There is a mystery sitting directly in your lap right now, in the space and the time that you occupy in all realms of your conscious experience and in your unseen potentials. And this mystery is like a treasured jewel box. Yet its radiance cannot be limited even by this description. Rather, it is a suggestion that makes sense to the mind living in time and form. This mystery has the greatest value, and it is the only thing worthy of contemplation at this time. Beloved children that are being swept by the winds and the waves of the memories of self and others. This blessed view will lead the way by remembering that you are indeed almost exclusively living in memory rather than in the radiance of the potency of the omnipresent truth and the glorious awakening of the fullness of reality. There was a time when these words could only be heard or known by a few, and activated by even less. But now is your time. The shedding of the old skin has begun. You are becoming anew, and what a miracle of creation this time is. Yet it appears to many a time of suffering. To change this reality, focus on the mystery, beloved children of earth. Focus on what you don't already know, rather than becoming an expert on what is. There is nothing from the past that needs your attention. It is complete. Let it be done. And in that choice, you will find your radiant future and the eternal mystery that is with you right now, simply blinded by the past. Greetings, dear friends. I hope you're well. I am beaming in from Rishikesh, India, on my journeys here through this sacred land. Here I'm actually studying Indian classical dance, which I find to be very aligned with the awakening of consciousness. Through the different mudras, the hand movements and the gestures, we start to awake the way that the energy flows in the body to take us closer and closer into source communion at all times. I'm hoping that you're managing well through these times. I'm very aware that they're difficult, meaning that they're bringing things up to the surface that are more like the ones that have been really hanging on, the ones that feel like they're needed to be there for survival, deep survival patterns. And although it is a celebration when they're being brought to the surface because it really means that we're stepping towards liberation, it's also quite difficult. And this new moon here in India has been Diwali. It's been amazing. It's been exquisite, and it's also been challenging. And every person that I speak to is going through different stages of both, whether it's manifesting as physical ailments, whether it's different deep psychological, spiritual awakenings taking place, emotional releases happening. It's a powerful time. And so the guidance that the angelic realm are bringing in at this time, I find just so riveting and very deep, and yet it may seem quite simple or simplistic. But you know, the truth is, awakening to our new earth self and to our deepest self is actually not a complicated experience. It's an experience of understanding where to look, what to let go of, what to go towards, these kinds of things. And in this transmission, they're addressing this very deeply. And so I hope that it brings you the peace and the love that it brings to me. I also want to invite you, just at the very beginning of this, in case you don't make it all the way through, to an event that's happening November 2nd, so probably even the day that you're hearing this, in the evening, Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. It's a live Zoom call, in which we'll be setting very deep intention for the next stage that the collective is moving through. So to register for that, you need to contact me on my email, which is ananda@onlyloveisreal.love. So a lot of people make the mistake of .comming it. It's not com. It's love. So please message me there if you'd like to be part of it. It's donation based, so no worries about finances. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, November the 2nd. It's a Saturday night. We're going to be congregating for a half an hour to maybe 45 minutes. It's not going to be too long. It's going to be just very, very deep transmission from the angelic realm, energetic support to be able to activate this strong intention for the next stage of our evolution, because we're going to the next stage of the birthing, which is amazing. And it's also a birth. Like every mother, they study a little bit about how to manage the labors, and this is what we're doing. So you are welcome. So please let me know if you'd like to join us. This is about awakening New Earth. There is a mystery sitting directly in your lap right now. So this is the thing that they're really trying to bring us to. Like, no matter what we think is going on right now, with us right now, we don't have to do anything but recognize this incredible mystery. And this mystery is the experience of the omnipresence reality. It's with us, sitting on our lap right now. And I thought it was interesting that they said lap, because if you look at the chakra system, the chakra that's the lap, it means one's own abode, capital S, self. And so they're saying it's right there on your lap. It's right there. And so here we are now. It's very, very awakened. And it is the greatest treasure, the greatest jewel that we could ever want. And it has the greatest value of anything. And they say this, and this is probably the most important thing of the whole transmission. It is the only thing worthy of our contemplation at this time. And the next most important thing is this: beloved children that are being swept by the wind and the waves of memories of self and other. What does that mean? The reality is, it's a spiritual science, and it's the main thing that the angelic realm have spoken to me since the late 1990s about understanding myself and communicating to humanity. We are indeed living in memory, and that memory is an outdated survival program that limits our perception of who we are and the reality of who we are. And actually, my initial offerings have been reading sessions with the angels to show us where the limited memory filters are that we're looking through and what they are, and also where the greatest awakening is for us in this lifetime, so that we can rewrite our DNA and start to move in that direction. So those sessions are available. Those are what I call quantum awakening sessions. To me, this is the art of being human, is to understand that as a human being, so far, while we're still in this transition into New Earth, we come in forgetting who we are. We come in living in memory. We come in believing that there's something about the past, whether it's current past in our lifetime or way off there in past lives, that needs resolution. That is the illusion. We come in, it's like we're veiled. It's like our great light is just like protected or just like veiled, really. And because it is in some ways a concept of needing to protect it. And then we come to deeper and deeper awakening and deeper awareness of what is real and the radiance of love and creation all around us. And then we choose to start to take the veils off. Now we are in a quantum experience of that awakening. So it's now not just, as they speak, for just a few people who could understand this, and even less people that could activate it. It's now for everybody to realize, wow, our whole reality, all of our past, everything has actually been an illusion. And I'm not speaking about this other experience of the illusion of our past, which I will deal with it. I will speak to in another transmission. The guides have spoken to me many times about this, about the fact that our history has been rewritten. It's even the fact that that history needs more attention or is hugely significant in who we are now that needs to be rewritten. Both things are true. So we have a misperception about what's actually happened, but even what truly has happened is still a misperception of what is going on when it comes to where we're going for New Earth. New Earth, we are building on the sacredness of what has come before. We're not going back. New Earth is New Earth. It's forward. So it's building on these sacred awarenesses and teachings and experiences and races and cultures and communications that have taken between interdimensional beings and earth beings, all of these, yes. But it's New Earth. It's building something new. So we are building on it, we're taking it forward. And this is what's actually so incredibly sublime about it, is that none of us really know. We have all these ideas, we're shown all these things, it's great. And we might be actually seeing the whole thing, but the truth is, the actual experience of it is so extraordinarily, absolutely awe-inspiring, fresh and new. You cannot even begin to find words to wrap your mouth around to express what it is, and this is where we are. And so although this time they speak about this has, to many people, felt like a time of suffering, and understandably so, and this is not about bypassing, it's not about, being insensitive to the suffering. It's understanding what we really need to focus on. We have to understand that this kind of suffering is like a woman's labor pains. We can't mourn every labor pain in that way, that meaning that we're trying to stop the birth because the child's going to die. Instead, we have to understand how to move with those labor pains, how to flow with it, how to move it along, how to get it to come into the beautiful birthing. That's where we're at. And so they're saying here, to many, this is a time of suffering. So instead of focusing just on the suffering, focus on the mystery, this omnipresent mystery, beloved children of the earth. Focus on what you don't already know rather than becoming the expert of what is obvious to you. This is really an interesting thing, because what they're saying is just focus on the mystery. We're trusting the mystery, which means that we're trusting the creative reality. And everything else finds its way. Every masterful being that has ever walked this planet has proven to us that by focusing on the mystery, they could help others in ways that were so far beyond anything that we could even begin to understand. So it's not a matter of pulling yourself away and not caring and not being active. It's actually a matter of focusing in the right direction, in the direction of reality, meaning that's what's right, and letting that inspire and nourish you and nurture you, and then you will be the most help. You will think of the most wonderful solutions to the problems, to the difficulties, to the suffering that's taking place right now. It will be the most exquisite experience of awakening. This is what they're inviting us to do, and it takes some courage, because we have to focus on the problem to solve it. And here we're saying, okay, we're not ignoring that. We know you're there, we care. We're focusing on the light to recalibrate ourselves. And honestly, you won't have to think about the solution. It will come naturally to you in vision, in all sorts of ways. It'll come naturally to you. And understand that the past, it doesn't need our attention meaning taking us away from the light. The attention towards the past will come naturally, if it's needed, once we fully embody with the light. And again, remember, we are working to remove ourselves from the idea of our personality, our ego structure, our sense of self being formed by our past experiences in this lifetime and in others. The past is complete. Let it be done. And in that choice, you will find your radiant future and the eternal mystery that is with you right now, yet blinded by the past. So the invitation here from the angelic realm is to truly focus on what we truly are, and to just understand that leaving this past, leaving these conflicts, leaving these seeming problems behind is not a lack of responsibility. It's not a lack of caring. It's the highest love we can give to everything and everybody. And so this is the invitation at this time as we move into this new portal of experience. Thank you so much for being here with me. Please feel free to comment, share. I would love to answer your questions. Please come if you can on November the 2nd, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You could message me here. I'll pick up the messages from here too, or on my email, Ananda, ANANDA, at Only Love Is Real, just one big word. It's a good word, don't you think? We should put it in our dictionary. onlyloveisreal.love. And we'll give you the Zoom link. Remember, it's by donation, so don't be concerned about financial difficulty or anything at this time. It won't be too long, a half an hour to 45 minutes. It's an intention setting for this next step that we're walking into. And I would love to see you there. And also, if you're feeling ready to go deep into your personal sessions with the angelic realm, I'd be happy to assist you with that as well, to understand what the stories are that are habitually pulling you into the past, and what this beautiful light is for your individual self, because this is what we're awakening now, the one and the many at the same time. So each we're coming into this new idea of oneness, and we're also blossoming as these beautiful, unique flowers. And so these sessions will help you do both of those things beautifully. And for that, it's probably best to look at my web, onlyloveisreal.love, under the Quantum Awakening section to get the information about that. Thank you so much. Sending you so much love.